Hello everyone, welcome to the NN Classroom. Today I'd like to share with you a specimen paper extracted multiple choice question number 3. So that is a typical question asking for topic 2, molecular biology. The specificity or the special thing about this question is that here comes across topic between topic 2 and also a little bit refer to topic 6, human physiology, especially in 6.5. The neurotransmission story, talking about the axon story, right? Let's take a look. So here, question number 3 and 4 refer to the question of following diagram. It shows a very important keyword here, a potassium channel. First of all, a channel is a protein that do transportation, right? And so here comes in the question referring to what is the function of this potassium channel, right? In terms of transporting potassium ions, obviously, and they describe it, the dot here represents the potassium ion. So you can see the potassium ion are now moving across the channel, right? So first of all, the function, right? Here comes in the first choice in choosing whether a channel should be doing facilitated diffusion and additive transport. Right here, a comparison between facilitated diffusion and additive transport. And if students are clear about that, remember, channel proteins are all what we call channel in biology, or especially IB biology. Channel should always be referring to a channel that facilitating the facilitated diffusion. Because the one that responsible for additive transport is what we call pump here, P-U-M-P, right? Everything that named as pump will be responsible for additive transport using the energy, let's say the ATP, in moving the things against the concentration gradient. So pump, or I can say carrier protein. Only these two things, if you see in the past paper in the questions that noted as pump or any specialized pump or carrier protein, that means they will be performing the additive transport. But for this case, if you see channel proteins are always be doing facilitated diffusion. So that's why for the first point, you can first sort out the answer cannot be B or D. The next thing is something to deal with the topic 6 story, talking about how is the movement of the potassium ion, whether it is going to be into the axon or going to be out of the axon. That means, first of all, that is you need to refer back to topic 6 in terms of understanding the process of neurotransmission. T-R-A-N-S-M-I-S-S-O-N. If you still remember, in terms of the creation of the action potential, here comes at least fundamentally 2 steps. The first step is that the cell potential, which is going to be started with negative 70 millivolt, rise up to the positive 30 millivolt around in terms of our neurons. That is the process of depolarization. And this depolarization is created because of an influx of sodium ions. So which means because the Na plus is migrating into the within the axon, within the neuron, so that's why the positive charge is migrating or flushing into the membrane. So that's why the voltage will rise, right? But this is responsible for the transportation of sodium ion. But afterwards, we have the next step. The next step is how we get back from positive 30 the way down to negative 90. Also known as the hyperpolarization, or in general, the repolarization. And remember, the repolarization is occurred because of an exflux of potassium ions. So which means at that time, the potassium ions are leaving away from the cell, or away from the cell membrane, from in to out, because of the movement of the potassium ion that is created before as a concentration gradient. So that's why the movement of potassium ion is always be out of the axon, and the movement of Na plus is going to be into the axon in terms of the facilitated diffusion during the functioning. The functioning, which means the neurotransmission, right? If you're concerning this thing into our axon membrane or within a neuron, so that explains why X flux, right? So which means out of. So that's why the best choice for this will be C.